which is fantastic. Let's see, starting soon. And just turn around. Our friends, Philadelphia, British Columbia, Sydney. Wow, what a beautiful, or Lafayette, Miami, fantastic. And it's 9. Welcome to this evening's meditation, or today's, wherever you are, and thank you for joining. And thank you for really connecting from all over the world. I'm really honored. Thank you all for being part of this webinar. By working on ourselves, we create a ripple effect in the field, and that is the intention. So I noticed in the last webinar, when we all put the same intention into the system, it really made a huge difference. So yeah, I invite you all to really set the intention of whatever is open in your system, whatever triggers are open, because I know there's a lot of triggers, what's happening in the world at the moment. Just allow them to set the intention that we find the root cause and we transform them. So we go into a state of embodiment. So I invite you to set the intention in this webinar that you go into a state of embodiment. And then that has a ripple effect in the whole field. Simple intention. And welcome anyone who's here for the first time and hasn't experienced the work that I'm doing. I sometimes don't say a lot because there's a lot working in the background. And we're vibrational beings, and we've got frequencies and a blueprint of the cells, a blueprint of the heart, a blueprint of all our different organs. And my intention when I'm working is I'm just scanning through the blueprints and seeing where maybe there's something not aligned and where's the root cause. The work I do is really about finding the root behind all the layers and going back to the very origin of a topic. So always my intention when I'm opening a space is, if there's a topic in the system, is to find where's the seed of it from. Now that can come from your ancestral lines, it can come from the womb, it can come from past lives. So I'm working past, present, future at once, because it's all one, and we're all one. And so I want to set the intention of whatever's keeping you as spirit, because we're spiritual beings. And as spirit, we're here to be embodied in a cellular level. So I found when I was growing up and when I started working myself that I wasn't in different areas of my body. And I've been working over the years to clear the cellular memory fields of my body, through many different techniques that's been coming through and many different clearings and sessions. I have a session for myself directly after this. I'm constantly working on myself to find whatever topics are in my system. I was working a lot yesterday, so I'm really excited to share those results. And yeah, so I'm going to work very much with the lower chakras. I'm going to set the intention to support you with anything that's open in your system with permission. And also to work with subconsciousness. For me, it's very important to work with the subconsciousness of the brain and the subconsciousness in the genetic memory fields, because they do affect us. No matter how positive we are, if the subconsciousness is not supporting that belief system, that's the frequency we send out, the vibration. The universe, we're made up of frequencies and vibration, and we're vibrational beings. So the universe is breathing through us all the time. We are vibration and we are energy. And as the universal energies flow through us, they pick up the energy field, also what's in us. So if we send an intention out to the universe, there may be nodules of information with a trauma or a belief system. So you're sending that frequency out in a pure state, but it goes then through a subconscious belief systems. Maybe I'm not good enough, I'm not enough. And then that's what the universe brings me back. the universe will always bring back what frequencies are in my system. So I want to set the intention that by the end of this webinar that we go to a state of pure love and acceptance and marriage with oneself, union. And yes, so let's set the intention to work with whatever's open in your system. And I'm going to do this through meditation. And I invite you simply to imagine you're breathing through your body, and you can stand, you can move, you can, whatever's active in your mind, don't try and force it away. Don't try anything. Simply whatever's open in this time and space is meant to be there. Every mindset, or if your mind is active, there's a wound behind that. So it's great that it's active. So your mind's active, fantastic. If you've got resistance, fantastic. If you don't believe in what I'm doing, fantastic. These are all belief systems and all different wounds, which we can then find the source of them. So everything is inside you, the universe in every cell, and everything that you need is inside you. But we forget that, and we create stories around it. So I'm going to work very much with embodiment this evening in the body, really on cellular level. If you're watching this from the recording, it works the very same. If you want to share this recording with anyone, if you feel the results work, I invite you to do that. You can watch this as often as you want. I wanted to create this so you would have something to back you up, because I know there's a lot of triggers in the world at the moment, and it's very important that we stay conscious and we stay in our center, so we don't create more ripple effects and more manifestation of what was the old system. So I wanted to offer this and another webinar I'm doing on the 10th, the new moon. So these webinars are really like a support system that you can really, if you feel out of balance, that you can use these. Also later I'm doing on the 14th, 17th is financial flow. I believe that we can create financial flow no matter what is happening in the world, and we can be creative and we can use finances for the higher purpose. So I'm going to be working with financial flow. I'll be explaining later more about that. So let's start tonight's webinar. I invite you to take a deep breath into your heart and be aware that you are more than the physical, that you are energy and vibration, spirit, and maybe there's parts of you that's not fully in the body. And maybe, I'll just explain how it works. Maybe some of those soul fragments of you is left in the past life, or your subconscious, or your self-confidence is in a past life or in the ancestral lines. I want to explain how I work with past lives. The only reason I work with past lives is if I feel there's something that I'm missing that's left behind in a past life. I always describe a past life system because we've been here for hundreds, some of us thousands of lives. And if you imagine the Empire State Building, and every floor represents a different lifetime, and we're in one floor at the moment. And in the middle of it is your elevator shaft, and the elevator shaft is your channel. And when there's a trauma or something not completed from a past life, there's something open from a past life, it means that you didn't fully come into your channel. You didn't come into the transition channel. There's some reason why you didn't come in. So during this webinar, I may ask you to set the intention if there's any cells. So for example, if you were killed or something, especially with drowning or burning, you usually get out of the body. You don't get into the body because you're still alive, but your spirit is outside the body when you're burning or drowning. So sometimes you don't make transition because you don't want to go into the flames, or you don't get back into the body for transition because you need to go back into your cells for transition. So if I mention past lives, I want you to imagine that you're diving back into your cells and then coming into your channel for a transition, the transition channel, which brings you into the now. So the old trauma information will leave your body, and your soul fragments will come back into different parts of your body. And we can do that actually right now. So I want to work with the spine. The spine usually has a lot of past life injuries, because we can have injuries in our body that we recreate because the system is trying to tell us that we have injuries from past lives. So as you may have, for example, injuries in your spine. I know I had a lot around the neck because I was decapitated many times. So if you set the intention that whatever life, we don't need to go into the stories. If they're there, they're open, they'll come up, but we don't need to know the stories. I just want to set the intention for results. I don't need to go into stories, only results. So if you set the intention that breathe into your spine, and from your heart all the way down to your spine, all the way to your tailbone. And whatever past lives you're not in your tailbone or your spine, maybe this soul fragments out, simply set the intention that they flow back into your spine now. And keep breathing into your spine. And set the intention, whatever other soul fragments are ready to come back, they can come back too. And the old fears or illusions will start leaving the system. So I'm going to support you in the background. I'm going to work with belief systems, subconsciousness, and ancestral lines all at once. So simply, I invite you to breathe into your spine. Breathe out through the mouth. Imagine your spine is growing with every breath. And the soul fragments come back almost like grains of sand coming down, and they go into the spine and the bones and the muscles and the tissue as well, the nervous system. So I'm going to work with everything at once, actually. So we're energy, vibration. So I invite you to observe your body like energy and breathe through your body like the wind is blowing through your body. As this energy flows. So I'm going to work with past lives, this life, and the ancestral lines at once, everything at once. Just going to do a clearing on the whole system. Melting, 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 melting. This beautiful flow, like a very gentle ripple of wind flowing down, spiraling through your body, through your system, into every cell. Set the intention to breathe into every cell. And imagine you're diving into every cell, and any cells in past lives that were left behind, that they dive back through the transition channel and they dive back into the organs, the brain, the lungs, the heart, physical heart, the liver, the kidneys, the genitals. And it's getting stronger. I can feel it. It happens when I'm usually before I'm even talking, it happens. Breathing into your spine, breathing into your cells. And having doubts is no problem. If you don't feel anything, it works anyway. If you feel something, it's all fine. If you feel aches and pains, it's all fine. Maybe if you get memories flashing up, it's all okay. If your digestion's rumbling, it's all okay. Sometimes you get belching, it's all okay. If you get migraines, it's all right. Keep the intention to breathe into your body. I imagine this gentle breeze running through your system because we have stagnation of frozen energies, and then this wind flows through us. I feel very supported here. The waves, I can hear the waves from the sea coming towards me. So this is really flowing through the system, the waves and the wind. And just beside, just on the beach here. Beautiful. And with your permission, I'm going to work cellularly with every single cell in the body at once. Just simply breathe, melting into yourself, melting, 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 very easy, very smooth into your cells. And being in the energy is enough. It's flowing. So my intention is it's almost like you become blank. Your mind becomes empty and your vessel becomes empty. And then you're full of, it's like the universe is in every cell, and every single cell of the universe, and love is in every cell, stillness in every cell, creativity, life force. Breathe down into the lower chakras, all the way down into the anus and all around the genital area. Imagine this wind coming down through into this new space. So we're melting inside ourselves into pure energy and flow. And melting back into the muscle structure, the fiber of the tissues, every fiber of our being Set the intention, anything you projected at anybody else or to anyone outside you, just set the intention that the energies come back to you, which belong to you, only what belongs to you. And we find the root cause of everything. And what belongs to everybody else stays with everybody else. Breathing deep into your digestion. And what's very important to work with always is the genitals, because that's the soul, the seat, I'll call it, like where our chalice. So I'm going to work with your permission, that we clear any energies from the genital area. That we go deep into the pelvic floor. In a very smooth, easy way. Breathing down into your perineum. Perineum is just between the anus and the vagina, the anus and the testicles. Gently, gently breathing down from the heart to your perineum. And I do this in most webinars because it's so important. And then different layers come up every time. Wow, it's a huge breakthrough. I can see it. I can feel it. This clears all the mindsets, all the religious programs, everything that's in the system. Beautiful. As that's clearing, set the intention that you connect to your own Akashic records directly through your channel, all the way directly to source and beyond source, higher, but deep inside your soul level. And if there's anything blocking you there, I'll have a look at that as well, and we can take a look and clear that. Beautiful. How are you feeling? Just sense the shift. You would like to share a few words? It's working very deeply in the background. And really going deeper into the hip area. Beautiful. And I'm going even deeper and deeper each time, setting the intention, because I want to have a huge breakthrough. I've worked so much in my cells and also all the way through the fascia tissue, all the way down to every cell in my body and even the inflammation in the bone marrow and the hips, perineum, genitals, the anus. And once I've cleared it, then I can just mirror that to you, and you don't have to go through what I went through to do that, but you can do it very easily, because once you put, that's the way it works. When I'm always interested in finding a clearer frequency, then show that to my system, and then my system can copy that or change immediately. So what I'm showing is all the information that I've worked on myself. I'm showing it to your system, and then your system has the possibility then to transform immediately. You don't have to go through heaviness or anything. It just clears immediately. Beautiful. I'm seeing the results you're all getting. We are energy and vibration, and with trauma, the stagnation, and this is just melting now. You may get a warm sense through the body. You may even feel more heavy, but it's actually a healthy heavy, because it's you coming into the minerals. And we're going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, and flow, 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 flow. It's beautiful to flow back into the body and the cells. It's really fast. It's really fast. And if you get physical shakes or anything like that, it's all fine. Simply staying with it and breathing with it. At the same time, I'm working on cleaning the skin of inflammation as well, because it's like I want to jump out of my skin. So I also was working with my skin yesterday, working through my whole system. So I want to bring those results in and around the breast tissue and the skin and the organs and the lymphatic system. So I'm giving you the full transmissions of the results I've been getting. And you just get them. You just get them. Set the intention to breathe like the wind's blowing through your breast tissue. Any pains coming up, it's all okay. The body just needs to express it for a little bit. It's clearing, clearing, clearing. Beautiful, the feminine, so beautiful. I'm working with all the programming and addictions in the background as well. Going deeper and deeper inside. And it's beautiful to be here in the body. It's really beautiful. And then all the systems, the matrix that you're connected to, they just simply go. So how do I work with things in the background? It's almost like over the years, different techniques have been coming in and I work it in my system till it runs automatically in my system. So I've been working with a lot of different techniques over the last 20 years now or more, that I've been working with that come true. So they're all in my system and they're running at the same time all the time. I do a technique in my system till it runs automatically, and then I don't have to do it anymore because it just runs when I open up the system. Also, a lot of the teachings I do are going to now as well. The work is getting more still all the time. My intention is that you are empowered, that you don't need me, you're empowered, and the gifts go into you, so you just do it yourself automatically in your own unique way. You're your own leader and channel. You have everything inside you. You don't need anybody. You have everything inside you. We all support each other, and it's good to connect, all right, to get through certain things, but we have everything inside us. So just going through the muscle tension, nervous system. And set the intention to literally come out of the collective mind, just unplugging from it, unplugging from social media, from the media system, the political system. Just set the intention to unplug and become your own channel, your own connection directed to you and source. Everyone's having their own experience at the moment to find themselves. We're all in different stages and it's all perfect. Imagine yourself like the tree of life. And the universe is in each cell. Each cell is unique. Each cell is sovereign. I love how the brain can be emptied and reactivated. I'm just working with that now. Simply breathe. I invite you to breathe into all the new spaces in you as your energy is flowing through you and around you and inside you. If you feel cold or pain, it's all okay. Simply breathing through. It's just when we feel it's releasing, melting. Everything melting, 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 and free. You're clearing topics. Usually that took me years to clear, and you're clearing them in a few moments. It's the field at the moment. It's really, really fast. Oh, Shannon, nice to connect with you. I remember. Woodstock, beautiful. Bonnie, please. Breathing through. So you're talking lingering COVID symptoms. So viruses, we need to work with bacteria. Viruses are where we're not grounded. When we're grounded, there's no the static goes out of the system. So I'm going to work with that really. That's why it's very important. That's why if you feel there's a lot of fear, you're being triggered by something, it's important to be in the body. That's why I work so much with embodiment, because with embodiment, there's harmony and there's no need for disease. There's no need for what's happening. So that's fine. I invite you to breathe deep, and we'll work with clearing, harmonizing the body on every level. Anything that's triggering you on the collective represents something within you. It could be from ancestral line, it could be from the womb, it could be from past life, it could be from your schooling. So we're clearing all this right now. So if you feel, it's huge opportunities every single day now. The world is changing so fast. It's opening so many systems. When a system is open, it means you're ready to transform it. So if you want support, you can simply watch this webinar again. If you feel something triggered you, if something triggers me, I say, wow, great, fantastic. Now I can clear it. Thank you for opening, but I can clear it now. I'm going to grow from this. I'm going to become more whole from this. Beautiful. And then I transform it. So this webinar will support you to do that. And you can handle it. Whatever's up in your system, you can handle it. And then you can see everything clearly. And so we're going deep, 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 deep down into the body. And deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. Also working the throat, the mouth, the teeth, the jaw. I know it's a lot. I was grinding my teeth because I couldn't, a lot of things were triggering me. So I work with clearing the jaw area. And very important is to work through all, excuse me, all you've been told by the medical system and doctors. That for me was a huge one that I needed to work through, was that when I was told something was chronic or couldn't be cured, that I needed to give back to the doctor his belief system, his experiences, and to the medical system, their experiences. And this is my body, my health, my sovereignty, my experience, and I have the power to heal my body. So if you want to release any of the belief systems you've taken on from the medical system, and then if I have to get anything done, I always set the intention to connect to the highest self, higher self of the person, so I get the best treatment. It always works. Julie, your art, yes, I remember. Beautiful. So going deeper and deeper, breathe through your digestion for a moment. I invite, and imagine the shape of the digestion and the energy is flowing through. I love the body and the cells and the organs, the brain, the fascia tissue, the bone structure, the bone marrow, and the spinal fluid. Oh, I love the spinal fluid. It's so beautiful. dropping into your spinal fluid. Breathing into the back of the heart. Imagine the wind blowing through your body, through the back of the heart. Everything flows. This energy flows. The wind blows through you. And breathing into all that new space in you and into the heart and the lungs and all the way down through your digestion to your perineum. Hips. I love the hips. The new space, the new support in your hips. And I invite you to breathe into the shoulder blades, like the wing points. Beautiful. Breathe through your new spine. All the way down to your tailbone, your perineum. And your womb, when I talk about womb, it also means men. We have both genitals and womb, male womb, feminine womb in all of us. So I invite you to breathe all the way down to your womb, and from your womb all the way up through your channel to your Akashic records, all the way to the center of your source, your creator, directly. Allowing your left side to be supported by your right side in a new way. Allowing left to flow with the right in a new way. Working with the directions now. Allowing your left flow with the right in a new way. Right flows, allowing right side to flow with the left side in a new way. Allowing front to flow with the back in a new way. Allowing back to flow with the front in a new way. Allowing above to flow with below in a new way. Allowing below to flow with above in a new way. Allowing your cells to flow with universal love and consciousness in a new way. Breathing into your new cells, allowing the breath into every cell. And I invite you to imagine you were born like this and you lived your whole childhood with this level of vibration and consciousness, all the way up through adult life, all the way up to now, and breathing into new vibration. Into every cell is important. And release. Embodied. Anchored. Arrived. Fresh start. Creation. whole. The universe is in you. All is in you. Creation. Thank you all for being so holding this space. And yeah, if you found any results from this, I invite you to share it. I want this to go out to as many people as possible because I feel, yeah, it's time that we all support each other and embody. And yeah, if you feel like sharing the link for this webinar, I invite you to, because I'd love to support as many people as possible to remember who they are, to embody fully. So we're fearless creators and creating new earth together. I invite you to breathe in and allow yourself to become like a lighthouse and sharing this beautiful frequency of your being with the world. And not to go outside, but simply allow your frequency to share, to spread. And just allowing frequency, imagine yourself like a lighthouse and the energy is flowing through you in your consciousness. And your light bubble, imagine your aura like a bubble, like children's blown bubble as a child. And really expanding your bubble. And the universe is in you. Mother Earth is in you. Breathing that out to the world. Beautiful. Thank you, everyone. And yeah, if you want to leave results, the results are very beneficial for this work because as you give the results back, then the information comes into the system, it gets stronger and we can expand even more because you're giving keys to the system and it opens up the system and allows more of us to embody. So if you want to share any results on Facebook or Instagram, and also it helps the work to go out further because I feel it's time to get the work out and support everyone to embody and remember what beautiful beings we are and that we already are in heaven and earth and we are eternal beings, beautiful, loving beings, creators, powerful creators, loving creators. Have a beautiful, beautiful day, evening, and remember you can watch this as many times as you want. And I'm doing another one on the 10th, which is a free one as well. And that's the new moon. So if you want to share the word about that, if you feel benefits from this. And also on the 14th, 17th, I'm doing financial flow, manifestation. Have a beautiful evening. Thank you, Sergio, for doing all the work in the background and setting up this webinars and answering all the mails. And it's not your native language, so thank you. Thank you, everyone, for the support and sharing and love. And have a beautiful, creative day and enjoy your new body and the new spaces and discover your body. Discover these spaces. Because you're beautiful and there's so much capacity, potential inside you and love. Thank you, everyone. Have a beautiful evening. Send you so much gratitude and love.